No idea what's going on with YouTube. Super can't watch a video or any video. This is all it does, is brings up a black screen. Everything else loads in except for the video. I have no idea what the frig's going on, but it is currently 2:40 in the afternoon. I've been up since noon. Never picked up the camera because honestly I have no idea what the fuck to talk about. Yup, no idea what the fuck to talk about. I have absolutely no topics today. But whatever, we'll try and make a video anyway. God knows what we're gonna do, but we're just gonna try. And without further ado, welcome to my vlog. So just starting today, YouTube's been doing this fucked up thing for me where you'll be watching a video if you can get one to load, and like right now I got Grim Green's vlog 11/20/13. He's a pro vapor, shows you how to build coils and all that shit, and how does reviews on different mods and things, you know, for vaping and all that noise. Anyway, what he did, what's happening is, like, you'd be watching the video and you get like 30 seconds in, and then all of a sudden the video pauses and the audio will back up like 15 or 20 seconds. Oh, frig sakes, I got gas, sorry guys. For like the next 15 seconds it plays the audio that you've already heard on a freeze-framed video. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if it's my computer. I don't know. Well, it's doing it on this rig, it's doing it on my laptop at work, and it does it on the computer at work as well. So obviously it's something that's cocked over with YouTube's. Who the frig knows what it is this time around. They really gotta fix their shit before they change anything else. That's all I gotta say. Yup. Okay, this is weird. I think I found a fix to that problem with the looping audio frozen video. What I've done was, down here in this little gear, where'd it go? Oh, frig sakes. Where's my mouse? There it is. Click here, made sure to set it to 360p. Now it doesn't loop anymore. It was in high definition before, and that's why she was looping like a bitch. That's Grim Green there. He's just doing one of his vaping vlogs. But yeah, that stopped the looping. I don't know why the fuck it's defaulting in high definition. I always tell it I have shitty internet, give me 360p or GTFO. And for some reason now it's giving me high def all the time, and I gotta manually turn it back down to 360p. I check the settings, it's set to I have a slow connection, give me the lowest, do not play high definition, and yet the stupid thing insists on playing in high definition, so I don't, YouTube broke a setting or something. But are we surprised? So I was expecting some vape mail to show up today, but it didn't, so it'll probably be here tomorrow. Put in an order to freaking canvape.com there for a new tank for this thing. I bought the same tank that bloke has, the Smoke Tech dual coil. Smoke Tech dual coil cartomizer. Right now I'm just using the EVOD BCC 1.5 mil tank on the Inokin. It works, but it's kind of cheese. Like, it runs out real quick because the Inokin likes to hit like a tank, so it doesn't last very long. And then I ordered some juices. I ordered Muppet's Blood and a couple other ones. I really wanted to try Muppet's Blood for a while now just because of the name. It sounds pretty awesome. So we'll have to see how that is. And my order from Deal Extreme should be in any freaking day now. Like, this is getting ridiculous. They already got the money. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of how PayPal works now, but certain places like, eBay and that, when you pay online on PayPal, they don't take the money out of your account until 21 days have passed from you paying. So what they do is they'll hold on to it, and that way there in 21 days, if you don't get your item, you can tell PayPal that you didn't receive your item, and they'll go ahead and refund you your money. But with Deal Extreme, seeing how, and Fast Tech, seeing how it takes them guys like fucking months to send you your shit, it doesn't really work that well with them. But luckily with PayPal, you have 2 months to say, I didn't get my shit, give me a refund, and they will give you a refund. So that's pretty awesome. Because I'm not sure if my order from Fast Tech's going to come in, because I tried some of their decaying juice. I ordered some of that. And I don't know if that's going to make it through customs, and if it doesn't, and they return the whole order, or they friggin' fold the whole order, I'll just contact PayPal, get my money back, and Fast Tech can lick the muscle that cuts my shit. So, because I asked for the Canuck special, and this worked with healthcabin.net, and a couple other places, you ask for the Canuck Special, and they'll mark it down as 0 nicotine in the bottle for you. So yeah, it's one of the tricks of the trades when you're trying to get nicotine juice over the border from the U.S. or the Chinese. And one of the bottles that I ordered that I'm really not a fan of, that I don't have on my desk right now, I put it away, was from Health Cabin. It's the cherry flavor, and I've tried everything. I've shook it, I've steeped it, I've tried everything to make that flavor taste good. And literally it tastes like unripened cherries. It's the most bitterest friggin' snot I've ever vaped. I do not like it one bit. Not a big fan. But others might like it. Who knows? Who knows? But lately I've been ordering just from Can Vapes because they're pretty quick on the shipping. You're not waiting 35 days. You get your shit like almost right away. You know, a couple days down the road and it's at your door. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm anxious to get that tank so I can get this here friggin' this can actually work properly and things, and that'll be pretty good. But right now, like, I don't know. Oh man, what a day. I feel friggin' zombie-ish. There's like nothing going on. There's nothing to talk about, you know? It's just one of those freaking things, like, maybe there'll be something going on after I get off work tonight, I don't know. Apparently Bubba's dropping a video today about vaping, because I made the request, because on his, like I said before, on his Sunday comments, his Comment Sunday video, I think that's what it's called, his daughter Izzy decided that, she's like, well, I have my own opinion on vaping. And the moment she said that, I was like, oh, you have your own opinion, do you? And you think it's bad, do you? I want to hear about it. And then Bubba tells me last night that he was talking to one of his friends who's a lung specialist, a doctor, lung specialist. And so far he said he can't see any negative side effects from vaping. He goes, I've seen people quit cigarettes and go to the vape, and then 2 months later I checked them out and their lungs are hella stronger and they're just in a lot better shape than what they were before. So vaping so far works. But when cigarettes first came out, you know, the doctors weren't aware of the health effects of those until like they've been smoking since what, the early 1900s, probably even earlier than that. And doctors never realized the side effects of cigarettes, so they just never thought as a health concern. And the same could apply for vaping. Like, it's only been out for 5 years, but so far it's not causing as many problems as it could be causing, you know? Like, there's a lot more shit that could be happening that we're not aware of, but it's only been out for 5 years. And so far, we're only seeing the good stuff. Like, for me, it's helping me get off the cigarettes. And for other people, it's doing the same. And honestly, I want to basically gradually not have to use. I want to get to the point where I don't need it anymore to stop smoking. It's just, I'm done smoking, game over. But we'll have to wait and see if that'll happen, you know, because I really do enjoy vaping, but I don't enjoy having to carry all these devices with me. So that's what's kind of a pain in the ass. Where smoking was easy, you just put your pack of cigarettes in your pocket and a lighter, and you're off to the races, right? And it's so much easier to get cigarettes. But the problem is if you're like me and you suffer from asthma, then friggin' smoking cigarettes just left you breathless all the time. Where this doesn't leave me breathless. I can hit this thing and I feel great afterwards. I don't. Like, when I used to smoke cigarettes, I'd smoke a cigarette and I was like, you know, I had no air. I was always running for my puffers and taking my puffers, and I used to, even though my puffer says take 2 puffs twice daily, I used to take like 2 puffs friggin' 5 times daily, because I would just smoke myself so bad that I couldn't breathe. And with the vape, I'm not like that anymore. I can hit this thing. You know what's funny? I haven't even hit this thing today, and it's 3:15. I haven't even had the urge for any vape today. How's that for awesome? And chat with Adrian last night, he was like the same thing. He goes, it's weird. He goes, with cigarettes, I used to wake up in the morning and go right outside and have a cigarette. He goes, with the vape, it's like I get up in the morning, you know, I do my thing and go to the bathroom, sit down, see what's on TV, see what's on YouTube, see what's on the Facebooks, and then like 20 minutes later, I look down and see the EVOD and go, yeah, okay, and then I'll hit it. But now it's like vaping and smoking are 2 different worlds. Like, it's a completely weird thing. And I've been up now since noon, so 3 hours and 14 minutes, and I haven't even touched my vape yet. So that's pretty damn good. It's amazing the way, I like to say, the way it modifies your mind and your body, because It's just such a different sensation, and the way it modifies your mind is it makes you hate cigarettes. And I'm gonna tell you guys flat out, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wanted to try something, so I did. My buddy was having a cigarette, and I said, dude, can I have a puff? I wanted to see, because somebody in the comments said, and I can't remember who, was, dude, smoke a cigarette 1 month in. And I was like, okay. So I tried a puff from a cigarette, and it didn't even make it to my lungs. It was a mouth hit, and I spit it out right away because of the taste. I thought it was just the smell the vape would modify. The taste of a cigarette in your mouth after you've been vaping for a month is the most disgusting thing you'll ever taste in your life. Holy shit, there is 0% chance of me ever going back to cigarettes, because oh my god was that disgusting. I can't even define what it tasted like. It was like, I can't even define it. Like, I can't compare it to anything. It was the most horrible, grossest, when you vomit, that taste was better than what a cigarette tasted like. So yeah, there's the vaping definitely gets you off the analogs, definitely gets you away from cigarettes, and definitely makes it so that you never want to smoke another cigarette again. Now I could see somebody who hasn't vaped long, or never gave it a solid shot, or is smoking and vaping same time. They would argue with me saying that, yeah, it doesn't work that well for me. Well, bottom line is it doesn't work that well for everybody. It'll work if you're ready to pack up. Like Bloke told me, he goes, Adam, he goes, the vape won't work unless you're ready for it to work. You have to want to quit in order for this to actually kick in gear and get you off the cigarettes. And honestly, I've been wanting to quit for a long time, so that's why I told Bloke, I said, listen, I have been ready to quit for the longest time. I've tried multiple methods, nothing worked. If this is working for you, it could work for me. I'm ready to invest. I invested. It's working awesome. I'm off the cigarettes. And yeah, I had to try it. I wanted to see what would happen. And yeah, cigarettes stink and they taste like shit. So honestly, the vape does its job. And I'm kind of spoiled because I got some pretty good flavored juices here. So your mind basically associates nicotine with yummy flavors now, which probably isn't a good thing, but the fact that, unlike a cigarette where you can't control your nicotine intake, with vaping you can by getting lower juice. Of course, there's going to be the argument all the time of, yeah, but you get a lower juice like a 20 milligram or a 24 milligram, you go down to an 18 or a 12 or a 6, and all you do is you vape more, you bring in more vape into your lungs, and you just use more juice to get the same effect. Well, that's all user-based. If a user wants to sit there and chatch on it really hard and get, even more nicotine into their lungs than what they normally do because they're using a lower quantity juice, that's completely up to them. For me, I maybe, like when I vape, like I said, I haven't had any vape yet, and it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes since I've been awake. It's such a different sensation vaping versus smoking that, I don't know, like it completely changed my outlook on the whole nicotine thing. Like, I use it, but today I haven't really that much. So I'll probably end up vaping in the car because that's always fun. And yesterday was pretty awesome when I got to work because I was vaping in the car so hard that when I opened the door, Bruce said it reminded him of Cheech and Chong because all the vape just kind of rolled out the window. And it looked pretty funny. And I like the looks I get on the road when I bring the vape to the throat, and, bring it up to the mouth, and just like, like when you're driving, if you see somebody pull, and then you're like, what the frig is that guy doing? Playing the flute? Playing the flute while he's friggin' driving his car? Yeah, yeah, it really makes people wonder. And what was really funny was the other night, I'm outside and I got the big bad Inokin I taste with this shitty tank that doesn't do too bad. Bring it to the mouth, hit it, and then I let out a friggin' cloud car from Care Bears. A big cloud car. A guy at the bus stop who was smoking a cigarette comes over and he goes, dude, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm on the vape. And I showed him the box and he goes, the vape? And I'm like, yeah, man, vaporizing. He goes, is that weed? And I'm like, no, it's nicotine juice. It's e-juice. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it gets you off the cigarettes. And he goes, it works? So I gave him the whole rundown, the whole story, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, wow, I've never seen anybody blow clouds like that. And I'm like, oh, that's nothing. Like, you can do a lot better if you had better gear. Like, this is awesome mod, shitty atomizer. You know, you get a good atomizer on here, like a rebuildable or something, and you can just totally blow cloud cars all day long. It'd be friggin' awesome. But anyway, he was all interested, and he's like, well, where can I get one? I really want to quit smoking and blah, blah, blah. And so I told him go to canvape.com. This is why, if the company I work for decides to fold, I'm going to open up a vape shop in town, because I know I can push it. Just walking down the street and vaping on it, smokers see that and they go, what the hell is that guy doing, and how can I? If I had a vape shop, I could totally reel in a bunch of people and you know, get them off cigarettes, make some buck, and life would be good, you know. And then start making my own e-juice, sell it in the store, plus sell the name brands like Halo, Hooligan, Paradise, you know, all the different brands of juice out there, get them on the market and sell them off, as well as my own blend, you know. So I think in the long run, if the company fails and we all lose our jobs, that opening a vape shop would be the best idea. There's other options out there of things I can do, but that would probably be the best idea. But anyway, it's like 20 after 3. I should get ready and head off to work. Yup, should get ready and head off to work. Alrighty, well, it's friggin' 3:30ish. I should probably do that thing where I skedaddle off to work and then come home and pet the puppy. Oh, I forgot my Heineken. I always bring the Heineken with me just in case this battery shits the bed. Mainly because this thing here is so easy to charge with its micro USB port. Makes life a lot easier. Sitting at 3.9 volts. Oreo's whining, so he probably has to go outside. Come on. I'll let him out. Tonight I gotta remember to put these 2 bags out and my garbage can, because tomorrow is garbage day. Be quick. And then, yeah, I want to tackle the bedroom tonight, get more shit cleaned out and ready to rock. And then, yeah, just clean some shit out, and been doing some thinking and some stuff. And what's he doing? Get over here, come on. He's going towards the car. I don't want him going towards the car because he thinks he's going for a car ride and he's not. That's why I just said car ride. Now he's whining because he knows I'm leaving. And he doesn't like that kind. He wants me to stay home and stuff. But you gotta go to bed. And I gotta go to work. You know what? I don't say this often, but I'm gonna say it now. Thank God for overcast. I hate driving this time of year at this time of day. But reason being is friggin' sun's out, and well, my windshield's not exactly the cleanest. I keep forgetting to clean it, and then I remember as I'm driving. I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are like the same as me. Probably not, but you don't. Look at these kids fighting in the middle of the road, a bunch of dupes. But anyway, yeah. So my windshield's not the cleanest, and when the sun is out, like, you know, full tits, clear skies, and all that, this window turns into a friggin' painting of swirls and blah and garbage. And I just keep forgetting to clean the shit out of the shit, and oh well. It's the way she goes, people. It's the way she goes. So, that was my Heineken. Thought I had that on me. There it is. Yeah, yesterday I got in shit when I got to work, because I haven't been doing modems. And it's funny, my buddy, he works tech support for another internet service provider in town. And I asked him, like, is it your jobs to test modems and stuff? He goes, test modems? What the frig are you even going on about? And I'm like, you know, when a customer returns a modem, is it your job to test it and make sure it's fine? He goes, no. He goes, the customer returns a modem, we send them back for RMA. I'm like, what if they're still working? He goes, who cares? Fire them back and then we buy more modems. I'm like, wow, okay. He's like, why, what do you guys do? I'm like, well, we test the modems, and the modems aren't faulty. We just rebox them, we clean them up, rebox them, and send them back out as replacements. Well, anyway, we're supposed to be doing 2 modems a day, and then, you know, packaging them up and get ready for sending them back out to customers when their modems blow up in a thunderstorm or whatever. I haven't been doing that. I've been forgetting every day, and because of that, yesterday my boss gave me shit. Well, sure enough, I go into work yesterday and he gives me shit, and I'm Prime, so I gotta deal with all the tickets that come in and all the voicemails, and that red freaking guy jumped the gun. It wasn't even green yet, he just blew it. What a doob. But yeah, so I didn't do modems, and I come in yesterday and they're short-staffed because, like I said, my one coworker is off till God knows when because of she has an illness, and the doctor took her off active duty until they can figure her out and stabilize her. And another guy called in sick, so that left like them short-staffed big times, and nobody got called in, so whatever. So I'm checking that I'm like, so did you get all the work done, or the modems all shipped out? Like, 'cause there's a couple modem tickets and blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, I got everything except for there was one voicemail that I missed. You'll have to deal with that one. And I was like, all right, no problem. So I go and check voicemails. I got a call right away, so I dealt with the customer. And then I checked voicemails, and there wasn't one voicemail. There's two. There was one from 3:45, which was accepted. That's the one he was talking about. And the other one was from 9:30 in the morning. So I checked the voicemail, see what's going on, and the customer was right livid because he called in on Sunday and left a voicemail. Nobody called him back. Called in yesterday, left a voicemail. Nobody called him back. And then called in the day that I got the voicemail, and then I finally called him back. And he was right pissed off because nobody was calling him back, and he felt like he was being ignored and all that. Well, pretty much he was being ignored because nobody was freaking doing the job. So I called him back and found out what the problem was and fixed it all up for him, and everything was good to go again. But like, I'm getting in shit because I didn't do 2 replacement modems, and yet people aren't answering voicemails and ignoring paying customers, and they're getting away scot-free. That's what burns my balls, is the company comes down on me so hard for not doing such a mundane task, yet the people who fuck up and cause their customers to want to leave and go to another company, taking money and profits away from us, they get fucking like you know, treated like kings. And I can already see the comments blowing up, people saying, oh yeah, it's like that at my work too, you know. I bust my balls, my boss is always on me. And then Joe Blow is a big slacker. He sleeps like 4 hours a shift and doesn't do fuck all, and the guy's getting a management promotion. It makes you question, you know, should your morals at the workplace be slack off and do frig all and purposely suck so that you can get a management position, rather than work hard so that you can get noticed? Because it seems like when you work hard, they push you to work even harder because they figure they can. It's like, well, this guy's a good resource. Let's just push him to the point of breaking, and that'll be fun, you know? And that's how I feel at work a lot of the times. Like, I go in there, I used to, well, whenever there's overtime and I get the call, I would go in and do overtime anytime, you know? I always loved overtime. It's extra money in my pocket. Sure, you end up working a lot longer and stuff, but you know what? The extra cash at the end of the 2 weeks, definitely worth it. I love having like extra money just to throw into stupid things that I don't need, or put it away for a rainy day, or put it away for a trip to Blokes or whatever, you know. I like having that. I like having that extra cash floating around. It's pretty awesome. So that's why I don't mind working OT every once in a while. But what I don't like is when I'm busting my balls, kicking ass and taking names, and I forget one mundane little stupid thing, and my boss is on me like a fly on shit, giving me hell. Meanwhile, he missed something major, and there's nobody to talk to about it, because if you do, they just ignore it because he can't do any fault or foul. That's what burns my dick. Slackers are treated like gold in the workplace, and the hard workers are treated like shit, and apparently they're expendable. Last time I checked, if a company's ran by a bunch of slackers, the companies fail. So, well, that's my work-related rant. And it was like that everywhere I worked. When I worked at Staples, you know, I used to bust my ass. I was the #1 in sales. I was the #1 in customer service. I could sell anything to anybody, you know, and then warranty it on top of that. And you know, I always got heckled by management. They were always on my ass, and my big question was, were they on my ass because they wanted me to leave because they're afraid I was going to take their job? Like, fuck, I'd want to be a manager over at Staples or a manager at Walmart. You know, I was taking computer sciences and freaking computer programming systems analyst in college. Like, I'd want to settle for a management position at a friggin' big box store. Like, that's got to be the shittiest job ever, especially for a big box store like Walmart. My buddy went for the management thing. I'm not saying it's a bad job. I'm just saying the conditions really blow. Because, like, he got a job as a big box manager for Walmart, and they fucking keep firing him everywhere. Like, he can't settle down, you know? All of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, bud, we need you over at the Lister at friggin' Walmart. We need an acting general manager there. So he goes over to the friggin' Lister Walmart, works there for 4 months, finally gets himself unpacked into his apartment, and then the friggin' sons of bitches send him off to, like, friggin', you know, Ottawa, and then send him off to back to North Bay, and then send him off to friggin' Toronto, and then send him off to friggin' somewhere else, and you know, it's just horse shit. Who the fuck would want to live like that? It reminds me of being in a military family, and I had a bunch of friends that were in military families. You know, they weren't long-term friends, that's for sure, because every 4 years they get deported, or not deported, but transferred to another military base. It's just fucked. So, yeah, that's why I like the job I have right now. I hope I don't lose it, but if I do, I'll figure something out and go from there. But the one thing I could never do is bounce between locations, like have to, you know, oh, okay, well, we need you down here now, so we're going to move you down here, and oh, okay, your position's done there, we need to move you up north now, move you here, move you there. It's like, you can never settle in, you can never make friends, because they won't be permanent. And if you do make friends, then all of a sudden it becomes a long-term friendship, you know, you're chatting on Facebooks and shit, and it's, I don't know, I like having friends that I can call up and say, hey man, want to go to Hortons and grab a coffee? You know, and then we drive to Hortons and grab a coffee. I could never do that long distance bullshit. I guess the same applies for web girlfriends and web boyfriends, eh? Like, an internet relationship where you never meet and never see each other and stuff. That's just kife. So it might work for some people, but I can't do it. That's ridiculous. Like, I could never. I don't mind making friends on the Facebook and chatting with them once in a while, you know, if I never get to hang out with them. I just call them my internet friends. But you could never do, like, an internet relationship. Well, I could never do an internet relationship where the girl lives in another country or friggin' another continent and I never see her, and yet we're classified as, like, in a relationship. For me, that's just too fucking hard. But some people out there can make it work, so all the power to them. But for me, I don't think I could. Sometimes I like that cuddle buddy. Other times I can't stand it. But whatever. That's just the way I roll. But anywhoozle, we are at the workplace now. That sun is totally cocking over my program. But it does that. And we'll go ahead and stove the Super 6 here, the beast. And my boss is outside with Bruce from head office, so I'm going to go have a chat with him and see if he yells at me for not doing modems yesterday. And if he does, I'm going to have fun yelling at him for not doing his job. This will be awesome. So until next time, guys, peace the frig out. Bruce, we're free! Yay! It's midnight, we're free! Yay! 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 Yeah, buddy! 12:01 a.m., 0 degrees, son of a bitch out.
It's getting cold out there. Put on all your clothes. Skeedle, skeedly-doo, skeedly-doo-doo-doo.
Anyway, people, it's friggin' midnight. I want to go home and pet the puppy. So let's go. And we are home. Look at us now. Oh my god, we're home. So I'm thinking tomorrow my shit should be in. And by shit, I don't mean that kind of shit. I mean the shit I ordered for vaping and from Can Vape. Oh Jesus, maybe even the DX package will be in. I don't know. All I know is that DX package comes in. I'm gonna have a couple more videos to throw up on the frickin' tech channel. It's this tech channel this time around is not as up and going as my last one was, that's for sure. The last one I was doing camera battles and all that. Not so much this time around. That much is for sure. So, well, not a big deal. Not a big deal indeed. Smells funny in here. I'm in the red room. Look, you can see the balls. I got balls over my head. Smells weird. Smells kind of clean. Ew. So yeah, Bubba put out his video today and about vaping, and he's like, he's all for it, and he says it's kind of a cool thing and stuff, and it works for quitting smoking. Look, I'm living proof. And his daughter, her only argument was anything you bring into your lungs can't be good for your lungs. Well, if that's the case, then the doctor prescribed Ventolin inhaler here isn't good for my lungs. The doctor prescribed whatever the frig this is, Advair inhaler. Well, this thing's iffy. There's been people who said this thing has problems, but you know, prescribed for your lungs, not good for your lungs. You know, the air you breathe, it's covered, it's filled with pollution, really not good for your lungs. You know, bottom line is are these dangerous? We don't know yet. Are they better for you than cigarettes? Yes. So, haven't been doing too much tonight. It's about 2:30 now. I'm gonna go meet up with Adrian at the Hortons because he's hungry, I'm hungry, and I realized I haven't eaten much today. So, gonna go to the Hortons, grab a snack, and probably come back here and live stream some Grand Theft Auto 5. So, I think I'm gonna call the vlog quits for tonight, people. It is what it is. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.